Hello, students. Welcome back. How are you today? Okay, I hope you're all fine. Today we have new topic about resultant force. Again, resultant force. Before we will start, let's read our vocabulary words first. I want you to listen to me, and after we will read it all together. Do you understand? Okay, great. Please listen. Spring balance, magnitude, newtons, force. Okay, this time I want you to repeat after me. Say spring balance, magnitude, newtons, force. Okay, thank you so much. So, today we will define what is force, spring balance, and newtons. So, by the way, what is force? Force, it is a push or pull acting on an object. Again, force is a push or pull acting on an object. So what about spring balance? Okay, so look at the picture. So that is spring balance. So what is the purpose of spring balance? It is used to measure force. Okay, again, you use spring balance to measure force. Okay. And the last one is force is measured in newtons or letter N, capital letter N. Okay. Force is measured in newtons or capital letter N. Okay. We have force, spring balance, and newtons. What can you see on the screen is an example of spring balance. Okay, so look at the first picture on the left side. A rope and a hand. So a force is acting on the rope to the left. Okay, again, a force is acting on the rope to the left. So that is the first picture. And the second picture, you can see a bottle and sponge. So a downward force is acting on a plastic pump bottle because you are pushing downward the pump. Okay, so again, a downward force is acting on a plastic pump bottle. Look at the okay, so the father has a longer arrow and the son has a shorter arrow. So what does it mean? The length of an arrow shows the magnitude of the force acting on an object. Again, the length of an arrow shows the magnitude of the force acting on an object. So look at the arrow of the father and the son. Okay, the longer the arrow, the greater the force. Okay, so father has a longer arrow. So it means it has the father has greater force and the son has shorter force. Okay, so what is resultant force? Okay, the resultant force, it is the single force that has the same effect on the object. Okay, so look at the picture. You can see two boxes. Okay, in the first box, you can see two arrows, the force A and the force B. Force A and force B, they have the same direction. Okay, again, force A and force B, they have the same direction. So what are you going to do if the forces are in the same direction? You have to add. Okay, add the forces or plus. Okay, so look at the right box. Force A, this is how you are going to solve. Force A plus force B equals resultant force. Okay, for example, 4 newtons and 6 newtons are acting on the box in the same direction. Okay, so look at the box. They are going to the same direction. So if it is the same direction, you have to add or plus. So this one is very easy. Look at on the right side. 4 newtons in force A is 4 newton plus 6 newtons since force B is 6 newtons. So 4 newtons plus 6 newtons equals 10 newtons. Okay, so that is an example of resultant force going to the same direction. The next one, forces acting on an object are in opposite direction. Okay, in order for you to easy to understand opposite direction, you have to subtract, same direction, you have to add. Okay, again, opposite direction, subtract, the same direction, add. Okay, so look at this, the boxes below. Force A going to the right side and force B going to the left side. So on the right part, you can see how you are going to solve. Force A minus force B equals resultant force. Okay, for example, 2 newtons is pulling the box to the left and a force of 5 newtons is pulling the box to the right side. Now, since they are in the opposite direction, you have to subtract or minus. Okay, so look at the right side. 5 newtons, this is your force A, minus 2 newtons, this is your force B, equals 5 minus 2, 3 newtons. Okay, so you have to subtract if they are in opposite direction. You have to add when the same direction. Okay, so for example, the first and second box, the same direction. So what are you gonna do? 3 newtons plus 6 newtons equals, okay, 9 newtons. Very good. What about in the second box? Force A is 5 newtons and force B is 8 newtons. So 5 plus 8, okay, 13 newtons. Okay, and this one is an example of opposite direction. Opposite direction. So what are you gonna do? You have to subtract. Okay, since they are in opposite direction, you have to subtract. So 8 newtons minus 4 newtons equals, okay, very good, 4 newtons. And the second one, 14 newtons minus 6 newtons, how much? Okay, 8 newtons. Thank you so much. So that's all for today. I hope you learned something from your lesson. Thank you and goodbye.